welcome to my channel. Before we will talk about current situation in tourism, I would like to ask you about tourism development in Georgia. So tell us briefly about dynamics of growth in tourism and hospitality sector, and of course tell us about the contribution in tourism in Batumi.
It all began 15 years ago when government decided to put the tourism as one of the priority of the country's development. So they decided to make several very important changes, like the lifting of the regulations for business registration, introducing the liberal visa regime, raising the awareness of the country throughout the world with the help of the famous media outlets, and developing the crucial infrastructure like roads in rural areas and the urban areas as well. Let's say the protected areas, tourist sites, and all of this really contributed to the solid development of the tourism process in the country. And as we see now, we received last year more than 9 million international visitors, out of which 2 million really visited Batumi and Ajara region. So it really speaks a lot about the recent developments in the country. So this is the case we are really proud of.
Fortunately, Georgia is among safest countries to travel to in 2020. With its strict regulations and norms from World Health Organization, airports of Georgia are ready to receive first international travelers from July. Can we talk about these regulations?
Well, the situation is really changing constantly, so it's really difficult to forecast what is going to happen in the hospitality business, but we can be sure that the government will do its best to be accustomed to the new regulations, whether it will be proposed by the European Union, UNWTO or World Health Organization. So the readiness of our governmental institutions are really clear nowadays. So we as a hospitality business representatives are very sure that we will deal all the we will cope with all the current issues and all new regulations in the future.
So tell us about Tourism Institute, current projects and maybe future plans.
Yeah, well, so we are currently very busy with the projects, ongoing projects. We are doing 3 projects for now. First of all, we are very concerned with the ongoing legislation regulations of tourism in Georgia. That's why we did several studies of the existing regulations of tourism in Georgia, and we are really working with the local stakeholders, governmental stakeholders especially, to try to find the ways of the tourism sustainable development with the help of the proper legislation. From the other hand, we do the Big Data project, which is focused on the sustainable tourism development with the big data analytics and the high performance computer usage, which means that in the future, with this tool, government and the big hospitality companies can really assess the current situation of the tourism process and also predict the future development of the process. So we are really happy to be part of this European Union co-funded process. And last but not the least is the Forum and Festival Tourister, which is the platform for tourism stakeholders to gather together and discuss ongoing important tourism issues within the country. So we held the first edition of the forum last year. So after the normalization of the virus conditions, we are going to have the one at the end of the November.
Can you tell me just your opinion about future of international tourism?
Yeah. So the future of tourism definitely will be very safety and hygiene oriented. From the other hand, all these processes will need the digital tool integration. So this means that local businesses, hospitality businesses, really need to fit in this kind of agenda. And in this regard, we really need to be we really need to do our best here in Georgia.
Do we have our competitive advantage as a leading or emerging tourism destination?
So, from the other hand, the new travel will be very niche tourist product oriented. And this really fits to the tourist products we are already possessing and selling. So it means that we have a very good starting point. And we really need to use this as an advantage, and I'm sure we will do that as we are already very much experienced in tourist business doing and generally destination management process. So I'm sure that this kind of niche tourism like gastronomic tourism, wine tourism, ecotourism, bird watching and other directions will be used in favor of general economic development of the country and the region.
That's all for today. If you want to learn more about Batumi, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.